Alright, what's going on guys? We're back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And today, yes, I am in here for my Raw review for you guys for today. And overall with Raw last night, it's okay to pretty good. And with the final build-up into Night of Champions, which is this Sunday. Also this Sunday with the final reminder, and one of the final reminders, for this week. And that's right, the Night of Champions preview show, which will be happening once again this Sunday for the Night of Champions preview show. Of course, we had the No Surrender preview show, and we had a good time, discussing a lot of things, and with my official return on Ustream, which was this past week, and this week we will be talking about things going into Night of Champions and the final build-up and final predictions, and of course it is your chance to be heard, with the Ustream show, and we have one hell of a show, and if you guys want to get noticed, it is your chance, and to be a part of it, you guys can join us on Skype. It is free and easy to sign up and everything, and then join us in the chat. So it doesn't cost you anything for that. So it will happen this Sunday at 3 p.m. before Night of Champions, and hopefully you guys will be able to be a part of this show, and hopefully you guys can spread the word too, so we can get more people to join us. And with more people, it's a lot more fun too, and we get actually even more stuff mentioned. If you guys want to mention a topic that happened sometime this week, or the build up into Night of Champions, or whatever have you want to talk about, you think you should have been said, definitely it is a good way to get noticed on there, and to have that said as well. So hopefully you guys can be a part of it. But anyway, getting into the Raw review, we kick things off in a good way, and we kick things off with Alberto Del Rio coming out, and then pretty much saying he's looking for respect from John Cena, not only John Cena but the fans as well, and looking to retain the WWE Championship as well for this Sunday, and again saying that he took out guys like Rey Mysterio, and so he should earn respect from doing that, and having his destiny be made. Then we have a return, and that's my Bret Hart coming out, and which is really cool to see. It's always cool to see Bret Hart come back and return, and say something or do something or whatever he's gonna do. This time he was talking to Alberto Del Rio, and saying stop bitching, and that he doesn't know what it's like to be a WWE champion, defending it, and being on the road twice as more in a way, defending the championship day in and day out, going from city to city, and like what Bret Hart did with his championship reign. So really telling it to Alberto Del Rio, and telling it like it is, and basically just telling him what it's like to be champion. Del Rio in a way ignoring it, and then we have John Cena coming out, and then John Cena really tired of Alberto Del Rio running like a bitch, and pretty much wanting to become champion this Sunday once again, which I don't think would really happen, but I will explain that later on this week for my Night of Champions predictions, and as well for the Ustream this Sunday, so stay tuned for that as well. But that's what pretty much happened with that whole promo. It was a good promo, and it's actually a good way to kick things off, so I enjoyed that, so nothing really bad to say about that. But it was good to see Bret Hart, and was that the only time we got to see him? Well, I will explain that later on in this Raw review, so stay tuned for that later on in the Raw review. So that's it when it comes to that promo. And right after that, we do have our first matchup of the night, which is a tag team match. We got Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler taking on Alex Riley and John Morrison, and what was actually a good quick tag team match. It didn't last for too long, but it was good for what it was worth, and running things down pretty briefly, but we did get to see anyway, and we see some nice spots here. You see the running knee, everyone getting involved in this one as well. We see the tension and the jealousy breakout between Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger with the Vicky Guerrero, and then that whole jealousy thing with Vicky Guerrero and everything like that, and Dolph Ziggler not wanting Jack Swagger to be a part of with him and Vicky Guerrero, so that thing coming into play and actually helping John Morrison and Alex Riley get the win and the defeat over them. them. So Alex Riley and John Morrison getting the win there. And we also have a fatal four-way, which I thought was going to be a triple threat for the United States Championship, but now it's going to be a fatal four-way between all those guys for the United States Championship. And it's going to be interesting to see how that matchup is going to be played out. So it should be a good match for the U.S. Championship. So I will get to explain that pretty much a little bit more briefly during my Night of Champions predictions. So stay tuned for that as well. Right after that, we do have a singles match, The Miz and Kofi Kingston, and with this, we had a good promo before the matchup between Miz and R-Truth, saying that they are looking to end the conspiracy that's been going around and tired of, not getting noticed and looking to be noticed and win the tag team championships come this Sunday, and as well looking to take out, Kofi Kingston is The Miz for their matchup, which was last night, and I gotta say this with R-Truth and The Miz. I'm liking their tag team. However, I don't really see them winning the tag team championships just yet, since Kofi and Evan just won it. As much as I would like to see them, become champions, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So, it could happen. I wouldn't really be, disappointed, but, I still would be pretty cool seeing them. But, to me, I think Kingston and Evan Bourne might retain, so I'll explain that a little bit more as Night of Champions predictions, comes closer, and with that whole video and everything like that. So as that comes closer later on this week, so stay tuned for that. But the matchup in itself with The Miz and Kofi Kingston was a good match. We see good back and forth work, of course, with these two as well. We see the DDT as well as the crossbody. We see some good spots, and in the end, we do see the skull crushing finale, which helps The Miz win and take out Kofi Kingston in this match. And that's what pretty much happens with that. After that, we do have a tag team match. Toga and Michael McGillicuddy taking on the King and Sheamus. Didn't really care for it too much, and I don't really care too much about the King and Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy feud. Hopefully it doesn't last too long, but in the end, King and Sheamus end up getting the win there. So nothing really too much to say about that. So it was alright, it's a pretty good match. So that's it when it comes to that. Right after that, we do have another tag team match. John Cena and Bret Hart. Bret Hart coming out once again for this tag team match, which was made, early in the night during that promo. We have Alberto Del Rio and, yes, Ricardo Rodriguez, which couldn't really catch a break, so he was still put in the match anyway, regardless. So, sucks to be Ricardo Rodriguez. With that being said, and the match in itself, was alright, didn't really care for it, but in the end, John Cena and Bret Hart do come out on top and defeat Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo, and that's what pretty much happened with that. So nothing really too much to say with that match. So it was okay. So that's it when it comes to that. Next match right after that, Kelly Kelly and Vicky Guerrero. Nothing really too much happened there. Kelly Kelly defeats Vicky Guerrero with that, so nothing really too much to say there. Right after that, we do have a rematch, Cody Rhodes against Randy Orton, champion versus champion, like we saw at SmackDown. This is a rematch from SmackDown, and I thought this was a good match, and with this, we see Mark Henry really taunting Randy Orton in this match and trying to get him distracted. And, in a way that kind of helps Cody in a little bit, running things down when we did get to see, in this match, we see, in a way, mainly on Randy Orton. We see the ball to the outside here. We see the running knee as well, see the scoop slam as well as the Randy Orton DDT. I think we saw the, Orton slam, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we did get to see that, a couple, more taunting by Mark Henry as well. And, in the end, Cody Rhodes does come back in this one, and actually uses his mask to help him get the win here, and it defeats Randy Orton and getting some payback, which is good. And, with that being said, Cody Rhodes defeating Randy Orton. Right after that, Mark Henry looking to take out Randy Orton and sending him a message for Sunday. And, Mark Henry, really proving that he really wants to win Heavyweight Championship, and, with the build-up with that has been good. So, once again, I'll explain that in my Night of Champions predictions. So, that's it when it comes to that. And then we get into the face-off with CM Punk and Triple H, which was, good promo and good war words. So, with that being said, by both guys, and with CM Punk, pretty much what he was saying there is that, you know, he respects Triple H for firing Kevin Nash, you know, but he still doesn't like Triple H, even though he fired Kevin Nash, and is still not getting really any much more respect from him. And, you know, saying that he's a backstabber and all that stuff as well. And, you know, he's tired of, you know, the bodybuilder guys and not guys like CM Punk being, you know, looked at and becoming champion and stuff like that, and tired of being overlooked. So that was actually really cool that you mentioned that as well. And you know, he's saying he's to Triple H that he's pretty much like Vince, so you know, nothing has really changed, and is just the same way as Vince as well. And you know, Triple H comes back and say, you know, stop bitching around, and maybe he'll get what he wants at Night of Champions. You know, right after that, after the pay-per-view. So you know, it was a good back and forth war of words, and with that, you know, we see the microphone actually being cut off at CM Punk once again, not only once but twice. So it's looking to be someone that's going to be higher than Triple H. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephanie McMahon does get involved somehow and becomes part of the storyline and get involved a little bit more, so which would make sense, I think, anyway. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the end of Raw and Raw itself. You know, with Raw, like I mentioned, it was okay to pretty good, and you know, I am looking forward to Night of Champions. Let me know what you guys thought about, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought should have done more differently. And as always, of course, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. So please, don't be afraid to leave a comment down below in the comment box. And as always, I will talk to you guys later on. Peace.